and that's pretty much it. Remember, it's gonna find a regen rune. That's gonna help her. I think in that last exchange, you kind of could see that Sentinel's getting outgunned. Like, they have a BKB Lycan. Lycan wasn't focusing the right person. That didn't help. But even if the Lycan was focusing the right person, he doesn't do enough damage. I hope he didn't press phase, because that would have just turned off his crit. And if you're wondering why that turns off his crit, phase boots is coded after Windwalk. So that gives you the, you know, that gives you ability to walk through stuff. That's a Windwalk ability. Because you cannot crit within a Windwalk, that's why you can't crit when phase boost is turned on. So a little bit of mechanic. Blink Dagger initiation and a Quap. Wow, they're gonna go all out on this Windrunner because of that. Oh my god, is he gonna survive? There's gonna be Blink afterwards. Sand King's gonna be dead for sure, and Quap might be in trouble as well. Very low HP. Yeah, he is gonna go down, but trading 2 for Windrunner, definitely not worth the trade. Wow. Nevo being a little bit more aggressive than they should. Maybe because Miguel and Angel thought they were like, oh yeah, we're best buddies, we're gonna get everything done. Well, they were best buddies and they died together, I suppose. Isn't that a romantic thought, right? Necro 3 also gives you counter warding and true sight, which is gonna be good against Moonlight Shadow. This Moonlight Shadow initiate is not gonna be effective. While Potom, actually, despite having a very hard lane, did farm up for Diffusal Blade. Is he gonna purge the Necro minions? Was that his plan? Alright, okay. If that was his plan, I suppose that's good. Be careful which one you purge, though. Because if you purge the wrong one, you got Blink Hex on. Impale's going to be follow, and that is going to be enough chains that Potom is going to go down. Wow. Cindering a little bit out of position. Maybe he didn't realize that there was a Blink on the line. He should be slapping himself right now. Man, that was a little bit out of position, right? And now we're going to see a push coming from the Scourge team. They should be pushing Lycan, doing the correct thing, right? I can't push, so I'm going to go for a tower. Who's going to be TPing? That's a Windrunner. I think he could just completely ignore the Windrunner and just go for the tower. Just go. Oh my god. Rise, why are you so scared? Oh, he's scared because his entire team is in trouble right now. He's Angel, Necro give you true sight. No, there was a war there also giving the true sight, and he just died. And I think the Scourge team could stick around. No, they're not going to stick around. Maybe they sense a Quap coming back. They can stick around. They have a very high mana, very high HP. Now they can go back and farm for a little bit more. So let's do a Necro check, right? We have Necro 3 finish on the Enigma and on the Pugna. Are these guys going for Necro 3? They should. Lion has a... No, Lions go for BKB. Boring item. If we see Necro 5s, or 5 Necro 3s, that's going to be just sexy. Yeah, lately in in-house been doing a lot of that because I enjoy picking up push strats because it just makes games a little bit more exciting. And hopefully we're playing push strats a little bit more. Yeah, we play our push strat like balls deep, not like the Nevo and M5, man. Going back to farm. Who does that, right? Who does that? Who tries so hard to win games? It's all about pushing balls to the walls, and Oblivion just blasted some ancients and did nothing. That's crazy. All right, let's do some farm check. Let's talk about the game, right? 86 free kill on the Potom. 85 on Rise. He's got a whole bunch of neutrals as well, 91, and then 100 on the Quap. 28 minutes in, that's very pitiful farm across the board. Meanwhile, the Scourge team not actually that far ahead, so both teams actually being they're sacrificing a lot of farm in terms of getting pushes off. I suppose that's okay. I guess so. This Sand King, by the way, is going to be completely useless. When I say completely useless, it's going to be somewhat useful. Just a little bit, but when this pipe is popped, like, you're going to block at least 3 or 4 pulses of those Sand King ult. And that after that, like, your Sand King ult's not going to do too much. These guys are, like, they got Necro books, right? Necro gives you, what does level 3 Necro book give you? I think it gives you, like, 16 strength? Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, 16 strength. Man, how did I know this, right? How does Luminous know this stuff? Anyways, so yeah, they're really tanked in terms of HP. So that Sand King's not gonna do too much. So in terms of strategic item choice, I love what M5 is doing. Like, they're getting just good items in general. The Necro book is a little bit confusing, a little bit surprising because it's just never bought. But against a Sand King and a Potom, which really rely on their AOE damage and invisibility, Necro book is gonna get really good against that. There's a teleportation going in, Blink Hex going in, and we're gonna see a black hole. We're gonna see a black hole for sure against Rise. No BKB used. He might survive through that. No Echo Slam. Good chain. Wow, he actually got the Lycan across a Fissure Crevice. That should not happen. Physically, if you're looking at physics, that should not happen. But all right, okay. Potom going back to farm, Venge going back to farm. I really have no idea what the Nevo game plan is. I think whatever the game plan was, this wasn't it. Like, this was not according to plan. Quab just did not get enough farm. Like, she got Aga, and that's not bad. But she's running away from a Necrobook, because Necrobook is better than a Quab, I suppose. When we're going for the Hex, does Shaker have Blink Dagger yet? No, Shaker got a Ghost Staff. I like that, because that means Lycan can't do anything, like, at all to him. What he needs to be careful is not to pop that Ghost Staff and get owned by a Sonic Wave. That's going to be pretty bad. Good counter warding, and that means the Scourge team, the Sentinel team is playing blind. Are they? Yes, they are playing completely blind. They need to summon Lycan Wolves and send it in. But even if they do summon Lycan Wolf and send it in, there's Sentry Wards absolutely everywhere. So they see, are those smoke wolves? Yeah, they are. Those are smoked. Invis line's right here. Line, they still do not see the line. Wow, this guy is going to be dangerous. Here we go. A lot of spell being dropped out. Sand King goes in and Oba gets cancelled. That is not going to be good. No black hole, but no black hole necessary. BKB a little bit too late. Man, that was... Well, it's looking really bad for Nevo. Can Nevo turn it around, though? I don't think so. Venge going to be in trouble. Venge is going to go down. That is a 3-for-0 exchange. Aegis is gonna go to the Pugna, and I am sensing Nevo is gonna lose the first racks. First racks at mid lane. Lately, Nevos haven't been playing too well, and which is just really surprising because they have really some big names. Like, they have really high individual skills, high individual Dota player, high individual skilled. You guys know what I mean, right? They're fucking good individually. That's what I'm saying. But like, they've been losing to some teams that I don't think they should be losing to. So I don't know, maybe going back to the drawing table, working on some team synergy. Although I still love Cinderin's picks, like, you know, Lycan Quap, Sand King. When have we seen these hero? Well, these are like some 6.48 or 6.5, you know, Potom, Sand King. But they're getting outgunned right now. Enigma's absolutely farm. Gonna go for AC. Wow. Dread is just like just showing us everything. What I guess what we should be getting on her Enigmas, right? No blink, no BKB, F that stuff, right? Wow, that ward just zapped for like a quarter of Quaps. I mean, those wolves should be doing this. I'm not too sure why they're focusing Enigma. Should be bringing down. Which, by the way, Lycan is not a bad counter pick against Undying and Enigma, things like that. Or not Enigma, the Pugna. Like, she can send the wolves in and kill the wards. They do so much damage, it's not going to be funny how fast they take down those towers or wards. Lycan Wolf runs in. Oh, are they getting stunned? Stunned Enigma. Enigma gets continuous stun, but he's going to get a black hole. Black hole gets 3 or 4 because no one focused on Enigma, or maybe they did, but he can't be focused down because he got like 23 armor and 1500 HP. Alright, so new strat. Enigma walk in with a whole bunch of HP and armor and tank the shit up and win. Alright, that's great. So I don't even know how to call this game, man. I think myself as a experienced caster, but this game I'm just seeing so much weird stuff that I don't even know how to call it. But it looks like the Scourge team is gonna win. So Enigma with the Necro 3, Pugna with the Necro 3. Necro 3 is the epitome of a mid-game item. If you get enough of them, and if you pop them all at the same time, and if you run it at the enemy team, it's as if having an Undying running in, it's as if it's having a Doom running in. Like, those Necro minion warriors are just no joke. Not only that, they spot for invisible heroes coming in, they mono burn, they scare the enemy team back. And if you have good pushers such as Pugna, Enigma, or if you want to just go head-to-head against some of the best mid-game DPS heroes, you can. Now, in terms of this game, I can't really say why Nevo lost it. They had 1 or 2 bad team fights, but I think those team fights were a result of some previous mistake that I cannot point out. I feel like Nevo, they played okay. Like, I cannot point out any glaring mistake. They lost their lane, but when I did a mid-game check, they weren't really behind in terms of EXP. They weren't really behind in terms of farm. Tower-wise, they're really even as well, so I'm not too sure how to call it. I gotta say that the bot lane team fight was just really bad, though. They try to focus on the Enigma Black Hole. Black Hole got cancelled immediately, and generally that's a sign of you're winning the team fight, but unfortunately, Rise still targeted Enigma after that. They need to realize that Enigma is extremely tanked. They need to target things like Line or Shaker. So I gotta say, maybe if I want to say one mistake is just improper targeting, but even that, I don't think that's like the absolute correct case. when you're not on a team and then when you're commentating and trying to guess the mistake, it's oftentimes you're wrong. I realize that, and I'm gonna say I'm most likely gonna be wrong in this guess as well. But just judging from a viewer's point of view, just judging from how I saw it, I think, and stress on the word think. That's why the Sentinel lost. And also, I don't really like their item choice, especially with the phase boots on the Lycan, especially with arcane boots on Sanking. I just don't think those items, although good, paid off effectively. Potom did her thing, but you know, Potom's not a really effective hero in a really big team fight situation unless you're absolutely farmed. So I gotta say picks, maybe a little bit of out of position, wrong targeting. So a little bit of everything from Nevo. Unfortunately, they kind of just got stomped from M5. But this is a best of 5 or best of 3 series. So do look forward to game 2 and possibly game 3 from me. I will be casting all of them, and you should expect them from my channel or on DC. I'm not sure if another DC caster is casting it, but if they are, then you would see them on DC as well. So that's it from me. It's been a, well, it feels like it's been a long one. It's actually a 40-minute game. Wow. All right, okay. So until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. This is Luminous signing off. See you guys.